Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Sammy. So I have an important message to share, and if you're here listening, then I hope this message resonates. Today's topic is resistance. Resistance being when we're not flowing in life, and therefore life may feel not how we wish to feel. We may be trying to escape the way we feel, but can't find a way that truly frees us. Resistance to life is challenging. It can be exhausting, dissatisfying, unpleasant. It may create sadness, anxiety, frustration, anger. And while we don't work through it or face it head on, we can easily replay the thoughts, and instead of moving beyond, we stay stuck in our thoughts. Resistance is our own creation. We are the reason we feel the way we do, because it is our thoughts that we are not redirecting. And this can happen because we don't understand how our mind works and because we're living unconsciously in regard to our thoughts. That may sound bizarre, I'm sure, to suggest we may be unconscious, but it basically means our thoughts control us rather than us being in control of what we think about. A huge factor as to why we remain in resistance is because of blame. While we continue to blame anyone else for our emotional state, we are denying ourselves. No one else can control our thoughts. Yes, others can do or say or behave in a way that may trigger us to have an unpleasant emotional response, but when we stay stuck replaying the issue, we are not choosing to let it go and move into present time. No matter what happens to us, life continues on. We can easily stay stuck in our trauma or the problem, but we also have a choice to move forward. So blame may be a necessary grieving safety blanket, but it isn't healthy for us to remain in a state that resists life. No matter how traumatic the initial problem was, it's healthy to move forward, to let go. While we use blame as a coping mechanism, we are disempowering ourselves to enjoy life again. By choosing to stop blaming means we can finally begin to consider our mind, our thoughts. It's transcending the old thoughts to move forward. When we are sick and tired of feeling overwhelmed, unhappy, unwell, exhausted, then we need to make a change for a different result to occur, and change needs to begin in the mind with our thoughts. When we want to begin taking back control of our thoughts, then this is choosing to become conscious. Our thoughts are not who we are, but they hugely impact us, and if we haven't been in control of our thoughts, which is also maybe difficult to comprehend when we are alive, awake and thinking, but it may seem difficult to understand. But basically, this is a term used for not being in control of your thoughts. So to get a very brief idea of the mind, consider this. On average, we have roughly 60,000 thoughts per day. Now, think about those. I'm certain you don't even recall most of them, nor do I. That's because most people allow clutter and garbage to fill the quiet space in order to work as a coping mechanism to avoid facing themselves. This, of course, is not done intentionally for that purpose, but it is the norm for people to have the TV on in the background or music, or to fill the quiet space or unwind with it. But we should be considering what we are allowing into our mind. Basically, if you want to feel better, then only fill your mind with information that you select, and then consider if you are listening to something that promotes fear or helps you to feel better, empowered, love. There is simply too much fear-based crap on television, social media, magazines, newspapers, billboards, just out in the world. All of this keeps people afraid and in resistance. Then listen to the words that you use when you talk, be it out loud or in your head. How do you speak? What are the words that you use? Do you automatically select words to reaffirm your resistance? You need to think about what you say, what you think about. Take time. respond rather than react. Think about the words. Words like, I can't, I'm dying, it's killing me. Any sentence that reinstates negative, fear-based thoughts only perpetuate the suffering. You don't have to believe in law of attraction, it simply is. We create our reality with our thoughts. That's why some people suffer from experiences and some people don't. It's their own thoughts and perceptions that determine the coping abilities. Everything that happens to us is able to be moved away from, because it is now retrospective. Why cling to the past when the future is being created? And if you cling to the past, your future will be based upon this. People don't realise what they think about comes about. You have to break free from the past and move into now. Now is always. The future is merely our imagination and dreams and thoughts. And if your thoughts of the future hold doubt and fear, then that is exactly what you are manifesting. This is law of attraction. We need to let dreams remain as we truly wish they could be, without doubt and fear. Let your hopes and dreams of the future come alive by not attaching our past experiences and expectations onto them. Allow your future thoughts to be led with love, which is itself unconditional. No ifs, no buts. Dreams should be fueled by love energy. So how do we do that? First, we become aware of how we think, how we talk. Think of your wishes, your dreams. Pay attention to how doubt creeps in to make you stop believing. Logic, current reality, and past experiences. These thoughts are not from love. They are your ego mind. Dreams and wishes should be kept alive. Okay, so that may sound complex, and maybe it is a little, but I believe to make a change, we have to create change. Think about your thoughts, become conscious, slow down, take a breath. Initially, it may take some concentration, and that's okay. You have plenty of time. When you're trying to escape the thoughts of your mind which create resistance, then you need to do the work to gain back control. Resistance in your life can only be overcome by you. No one else can do it for you. Others can help guide you or support you, but you have to make the changes, and that means stop denying yourself. Search inwards for the way. Your intuition, which we all have, is constantly trying to help you, support you by offering wisdom and guidance. Listen for the voice of your intuition. Don't be confused, though, by any habitual fear-based dialogue that may have developed. That too is from your ego. Ego stems from fear. It may have offered band-aids as it tries to offer protection via coping mechanisms, but eventually coping mechanisms, or band-aids, lose their stick because ego is not of our spiritual self, which is love, and our connection to God, source ego. It is of our human psyche and dies along with our physical form. At least that's how I understand it to be. Ego is pretending to be what our essence is in order to remain in control. Unfortunately, ego is hugely conditional. It will inflate you when you succeed, but also be the first to shame you when you fail. Love empowers you and offers you limitless possibilities. Love energy lives in present time. Now, when you are truly present in the now, there is no fear, no doubt, no regret. There is only love. Love is an unconditional energy that tingles throughout our body when we manage to let go and simply be. It is the most freeing feeling. You may experience this by doing things you love to do, creatively, artistically, or enjoying partaking in sport or walking in nature. Observing, loving life. This is flowing. There is no resistance here. Meditation can also bring you to presence. It may take practice, but it's worth it. The connectedness felt is almost unreal, yet it is the most real. When we are present and have felt that, we realize how easy life should be, can be, is. It really doesn't have to be a struggle, but for some, maybe that's their mission. Everyone's journey is their own, but I believe we all have struggles, but it is overcoming them by realizing we don't have to remain stuck in resistance. We do deserve to move forward, out of the shadows, away from fear, and into love, presence. Our mind is where the transformation takes place. By choosing to move away from resistance, we are choosing ourselves. We begin to trust ourselves enough to lead us away, and that brings faith. Faith is love and trust, and with this in your world, your dreams can come true because you realize the only one stopping you was you. So to overcome resistance, you need to overcome and change your thoughts. From this, you'll find faith in yourself, and when you believe in yourself, magic can happen. Resistance is gone. Love, our life force, flows, and we have power. Thank you for listening. If you have anything to add, please add something in the comments. I'd love to hear back from you. Otherwise, I really hope this has helped someone. And thank you for listening. This is Love is the Answer.